YouTube? I'm back with another video, man. I got y'all with the best finishing badges, NBA 2K21, the best finishing layout to run. If you got like a BP, or if you got a build that has a lot of finishing badges, or like an interior or paint beast or a pure red, anything like that, I got y'all with the best finishing badges, man. My last video that I did on the best badges, which were defensive badges, video did pretty well, or is still doing pretty well. So I'm gonna upload this, tell y'all what's the best finishing badges from my experience. The finishing badges are pretty much the same. If you make a small forward paint beast, I believe you can get Giant Slayer and it will help you. I think Giant Slayer is point guard, shooting guards, and small forwards. I'm not sure, but yeah, basically everything else is the same. I don't know if they changed that. I'm just, pointing it out. If you want to run it, then just run it. But yeah, I don't think any of the badges are really that much different, but we'll go over all that later in the video. So yeah, before we get into that, man, make sure y'all like the video, make sure y'all subscribe, turn on post notifications so you know when I go live, I want to upload a banger like this. So I'm gonna end up making like pure slasher or whatever, and then I'm gonna go through the badges like I did in the defensive badges, and I made like a pure red, and I had 30 defensive badges. So yeah, we'll discuss that, go over that. I'll rank them for you, what's the best badges, what's the useless ones, the pointless ones, and all that. So yeah, man, without further ado, I got y'all the best badges in NBA 2K21. If you don't hit that like button in the next 5 seconds, Running 2K is gonna take away all your players, man. I wouldn't risk it.
I said school, probably cause I made more than my teachers. I ain't learned a single lesson, come on baby, I can teach it. I'm a high fool, mama said I'm smoking too much reefer. Hit the plug and then I'll re-up, used to flip kicks up at recess.
Alright, so I ended up making a small forward, like a 6'5", I don't know, just all maxed out finishing and shooting and whatever. But yeah, out of this row, I'm gonna go, through the rows, I guess. Out of this row, Acrobat literally only works if you like change your layup, or if you do like pro hops, it gives you a boost. But like if you're going to the goal and you go try to dunk the ball and you change out a shot, it's gonna give you a contest even if somebody is not there to make you miss. So I don't really think people do that, so I don't think you really need Acrobat. I think that's probably one of the worst out of this list. Cross key score is actually pretty good, but it's not like a higher tier badge that will run. Obviously contact finisher is the best on this row. Consistent is equal to contact. You need to run them both. I believe consistent will work a little bit better because if you can't get contact dunks, you can rely on consistent to make your layups and stuff like that. But I would only run consistent finisher if you're using no meter, because you can't really time your layups like that. So, or you don't really try. I don't really try to time my layups, so I just go up like whatever. So I run consistent to help me since they're not timed layups. Maybe I'll miss timing and make a contestant layup or something crazy. It's happened before. So yeah, back down punisher. Obviously, if you're a post scorer, you want this on. Back down punisher is good for post scorers only. I don't see why you would need that on any other build unless you're maybe a red blue. So out of this list, I think Acrobat is the worst. I think cross key is next to that. Then you got consistent in contact. Then you got back down punisher. If you're a guard, run consistent in contact. Those are the two most important on this row. And then maybe some cross key in there if you're like a wing player, because more likely you're gonna be coming from the corner anyway, or from the wing. And you're gonna be going across the key. So that's the point of having cross key score. So yeah. For the next row, deep hooks. Obviously, if you're a post scorer that you want deep hooks on maxed out. Drop stepper, same thing. If you're a post scorer, so back down punisher, deep hooks, drop stepper. If you're a post scorer, the three most important, you probably already know that. I think the most useless one on here is probably Fastback Finisher. I don't see the point in that. I mean, you get your takeover pretty quick anyway if you do what your build is meant to do. So I don't see the point in Fastback Finisher, but fancy footwork is still good. It's still glitchy this year. Giant Slayer only if you're a shooting guard or a point guard. I don't believe it works for small forwards. I do not know. If you want to test that out, you can. Maybe your small forward has to be a certain height. I don't know if it's a height restriction or if it's a position restriction. Like if you're small forward and power forward center, you can't use it, or you can use it but it won't work. If you're a point guard or shooting guard, it may work for you. So obviously if you're like a BP or something, which is a point guard build, sharp slasher, sharp, whatever you want to call it, Giant Slayer will work for you. So yeah, on this row, two most important to me are Fancy Footwork and Giant Slayer. Next row, Pick and Roller, I believe, is completely pointless. Pro Touch aligns with Consistent Finisher. If you have a meter on, you know, probably if you have a meter on, you're probably going to time your layups better. So I would throw in Pro Touch to give you a boost to that. Honestly, if you're using a meter, I would go Consistent and Pro Touch for the layups. I don't see why you would need Pro Touch if your meter is off. But if you're using a meter, I say go both Consistent and Pro Touch. Putback Boss is pointless. Relentless is really good for you being able to get contact dunks and not lose much stamina and stuff like that. And even when you're tired, it helps you finish better. It's like tireless shooter. That's what I look at Relentless Finisher as. Tireless shooter for finishing. So Pick and Roller is pointless. Lob City Finisher is good. Obviously, if you're a center, you want this on Gold or Hall of Fame. So yeah. Out of that row, I feel like Lob City is important and Relentless are only two you really need. Pro Touch if you're using a meter for your layups. And yeah, that's it for that row. For the last row, the last three, Showtime, completely pointless. Teardropper, if you want to do, you know, runners or floaters, it's up to you, honestly. I don't see the point in you doing a floater. You just shoot a close shot or shoot a move in mid-range, whatever. Like, I don't see the point in, you know, Teardropper. But if you were to, you know, do Teardroppers, obviously you would need this badge on. And Slithery Finisher is an important badge. It allows you to avoid contact when going to the goal. So, like, you get crazy, like, just kind of like acrobatic animation. So, honestly, I would say pick out of the two. Acrobat will boost if you do on purpose an acrobat move, but I say Slithery is a good badge to have just if you're a guard. If you're a center, you have extra badges, you know, I would throw it on because I would throw it on my center, and I see a lot of other centers with it on. So yeah, just because you have extra badges and you don't want to put it on like drop step or anything like that. So yeah, it's still a good badge. It's the best out of this row, honestly. But yeah, now I'm gonna show y'all what badges I would run if I'm a certain build. So say if I'm like a two-way finisher, they get what, gold finishing badges. So I'll show y'all that. If I'm a pure red, which is a paint beast or glass cleaning finisher, I get 16 gold finishing badges. If I'm a BP, I get 15 Hall of Fame finishing badges. If I'm the other BP, which is the more shooting, I get 12 gold finishing badges. So yeah, and I'm gonna show you the paint beast red blue, which gets 23 finishing badges, Hall of Fame. So I'm gonna show y'all those real quick. I'm gonna go point guard first, so I'm gonna go BP with the Hall of Fame, so 15. Personally, you go contact finisher Hall of Fame, Giant Slayer Hall of Fame, consistent bronze, that's 9 right there. Go Slithery Gold, that's 12. And go Relentless Gold. This is what I ran on my BP before I hit Legend last year. This was really glitchy. Got a lot of contact dunks, finished through traffic a lot, and that Relentless helps so much with you being like a guard and dribbling and all that. It helps out a lot. So that's why I would run for the BP. This is a BP point guard build with the Hall of Fame finishing. Now, if I'm the BP, the other BP, which is just shooting more than the finishing, and I say only get, you know, 12 gold finishing badges, I would just go contact, Giant Slayer, that's 6, consistent, that's 7, Relentless, that's 10, and then the last two go Slithery. Same layout, just less badges and not Hall of Fame. So this is the other BP, the shooting more, you get the 12 finishing badges on gold. So that's what I would run on that. If I'm like a play shot or something like that, because I forgot all about play shots, you can make a play shot with, I think, at most 7 finishing badges, but I'll show y'all the most common play shot, either the 1 finishing badge or the 3. So if you get 1 finishing badge, I would just put it on consistent finisher. If you get 3, I would go consistent, either gold, go this and this. I think that works too, or go this and this, up to you. Personally, I would probably go, if I had 3, I would do something like this, because I want to be able to avoid as much contact as possible being on a play shot. So yeah, now we want to talk about a two-way finisher, which gets 15 gold finishing badges. I would just go, this is like any lockdown two-way finisher or something like that. that gets the 15 gold finishing badges. So if you're locked down, you know, you need Giant Slayer, Contact Finisher. That's 6. Same layout, honestly, consistent. You know, 9, 10, and then you can go this, and then you can maybe go Lob City. What's this? 12. Yep, 15. So this is 15 right here. I will run something like this. If you want to drop your Relentless, maybe go Lob City because you can catch lobs on that build. Run something like this. So yeah, this is the gold, or this is the two-way finisher, like lockdown build, two-way slasher from last year that you know probably made this year thinking it was gonna be good. It may be good now. You may have got your shooting badge and stuff like that, but still, I think the perimeter lockdown is where it's at when it comes down to, you know, lockdown. So yeah, that's the two-way finisher, two-way slasher. All right, so next, this is gonna be like any type of pure red center. So it also gets 15 finishing badges, or no, it gets 16, my bad. It gets 16 finishing badges on the pure red. So we want to go Contact, you know, Lob City, obviously, no Giant Slayer, Relentless. So that's 9 right there. Go 12 with that. And this is where it gets, you know, like, what do I put it on, right? So go consistent. So we got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and then with that last badge, a lot of people just put pick and roller bronze, or like fancy footwork bronze, or, you know, anything. I would just go pick and roller bronze. Pick and roller, to me, it's kind of pointless, but you know, you can run that too. So yeah, this is the pure red paint beast, small forward, power forward, center, however you make them. This is what I would run. All gold badges, 1 bronze. That's 16 finishing badges that you get. So yeah, now for the last one, which is the paint beast, which is the red blue paint beast, we get 23 finishing badges, Hall of Fame. Go Hall of Fame Contact, go gold Relentless, go gold consistent. So we got 10 finishing badges so far. Go Lob City Hall of Fame, that's 14. Go Slithery Hall of Fame, that's 18. So we still have 5 more finishing badges left, right? So I would say up this. So we got 20, you know, finishing badges total. We got 3 more to pick from. So the last 3 I would pick personally would be like fancy footwork, because you know you get the Hall of Fame finishing, you could catch the ball, pro hop, dunk the ball. If you want to, you can go pick and roller. Don't see the point in pick and roller. You can maybe go bow and then go putback boss. Putback boss, I mean, I guess gives you a boost, but you don't really want to put back up in this game. You don't want to do, you know, catch the rebound and go back up. They get a contest every time. It's kind of pointless. So yeah, I would just go like gold fancy. I feel like that works out the best. So yeah, this is the red blue paint beast that you'll make power forward, center, small forward, however you make them. You get like 22, 23 finishing badges. I think the most you can get is 23. So yeah, that's that. I just showed y'all, you know, the best finishing badges possibly that you can get on basically every build that's used in this game. I told y'all the most important ones, which are Contact Finisher, Consistent Finisher, Relentless Finisher, Giant Slayer, Lob City Finisher, Slithery Finisher. Those are the most important badges in the game. They're the highest ranked badges in the game. They're probably the most used badges in the game. Everyone uses those badges. So yeah, for guard, center, lockdown, whatever, everybody uses those badges. Those are the most important ones. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you turn on post notifications, man, so you know when I go live, when I upload a banger. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed the video. That's really it for me. I appreciate y'all love and support. Until the next video, I'm out.